Now on CoastTV News.
Tragedy over the Potomac, the latest on the mid-air collision last night that has left over 60 people dead. Recovery and reaction, the change in the mission status, and what we are hearing from federal and D.C. officials.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
And our breaking news at the top of this hour, it is feared that there are no survivors after an American Airlines regional jet and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter collided near Reagan National Airport Wednesday night. The operation there is now officially a recovery mission. We're awaiting to join NBC News Special Report any moment on this. But as we continue here, 67 people are believed dead, 64 aboard that passenger jet, 3 on the U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter. American Eagle Flight 5342 was coming from Wichita, Kansas. A horrific situation, leaving officials having to respond to a tragedy.
This morning, we all share in a profound sense of grief. I do want to thank the first responders who acted quickly last night, who ran towards danger, went into a very frigid river, and have worked throughout the night.
Now, here is a map of what occurred on Wednesday night. Reagan National is just southwest of Washington, D.C. You can see that on the left of your screen. The American Airlines flight was coming from the south. The helicopter was on a path following the Potomac River, heading from the north.
The helicopter was in a standard pattern. If you live in the D.C. area, you'll see helicopters up and down the river. This flight pattern is seen oftentimes when you live in D.C. This was a standard flight pattern last night as well. The American Airlines flight coming into land was in a standard flight pattern as it was coming into DCA. So this was not unusual with a military aircraft flying the river and aircraft landing at DCA.
And we're going back to our live look at the recovery site in the Potomac River. This is near Washington, D.C. We're going to bring in our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trihey, now. And Bob, how are the conditions playing a role in that recovery?
Well, now we are seeing clear skies right now in the D.C. area. So for recovery efforts, we are looking at good conditions now. Light winds, and it is cold. Obviously, the Potomac River is running around 36 degrees right now. Closer to home, we're looking at the visible satellite picture showing clear skies. So Delmarva back through D.C. pretty much clear. Some high clouds streaking in. We have high pressure still hanging on now, but we are watching low pressure developing near the Gulf Coast with a lot of rain that way. And that will be heading our way as we head into Friday. But it's a chilly day, only low 40s now in Georgetown, 41 there, 43 in Seaford, 44 in Ocean Pines. The winds are light, but it's a chilly wind, and it's going to be a chilly afternoon. Here's noon, upper 30s and low 40s, maybe a few more clouds by 2 o'clock, and temperatures into the 40s, especially inland areas, some 30s at the beaches. And then as we go later afternoon and evening, we will start to increase the clouds and a southerly wind. That's out ahead of our next rainy system for Friday. So increasing clouds, mid-40s, southerly wind kicks in, and we're looking at temperatures slowly falling through the 30s. A yellow alert Friday for rain, could be heavy at times. More on that in your weekend forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Okay, looking forward to that, Bob. Thank you. Now, we also have security footage of this mid-air collision. You can see the explosion as the two aircraft collide. This is, again, south of Washington, right over the Potomac River, across from Reagan National. That's where that happened. We got a different look of this. Let's go to that video. And really, tragedy, it's really the only word that comes to mind at this moment. Again, this was around 9 Wednesday night. The explosion of fire led to the deaths of over 60 people. And if you believed you had loved ones on that American Airlines flight, this is Flight 5342 from Wichita, Kansas. American Airlines has a phone number for you to call, and it's on your screen right now. That's 1-800-679-8215. This is obviously a developing situation. Again, we're waiting to join NBC News with a special report at any moment, but stay with us here on CoastTV, on our app, and on our website, and we will provide more updates when they do become available. We move on now, and happening today, working through school safety concerns in Delaware after the State House's Education Committee voted down a bill. It was introduced by Milford Representative Brian Shoup that would help pay for school resource officers. The bill is called for an annual amount of $25 million if all schools in the state opted in. Rehoboth Beach Representative, Democrat Claire Snyder Hall, says highly trained police officers should be doing police work, and she claims there is no evidence that SROs stop mass shootings. Some people in Milford disagree, thinking any cost is worth keeping kids safe.
Well, there'd be somebody there to respond immediately instead of having to wait. And we have too many of those school shootings in the United States.
Shoup says a number of people he represents, they're asking him to reintroduce the bill. Shoup told Coast TV News he plans to do just that. On Wednesday, President Trump signed the Laken Riley Act into law. The immigration detention measure is named for a nursing school student who was murdered last year by an illegal immigrant. The legislation is aimed at clamping down on people in the U.S. illegally who commit any crime that causes death or serious bodily injury. The Laken Riley Act passed the House by a vote of 263 to 156, with 46 Democrats joining all Republicans in support of the measure. Delaware is taking a different approach when it comes to the issue of illegal migrants, and that includes the release of Know Your Rights on Immigration guidance by Attorney General Kathy Jennings. This gives information about constitutional rights during interactions with federal immigration officials. It outlines constitutional protections under the Fourth Amendment, including the rights to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Coming up on Coast TV News Midday, a therapy dog making a big impression in Lewis. We have the heartwarming story next on Coastal Connections.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Order now.
In our business, there's a phrase, never work with kids or dogs. Their star simply shines too bright. But we've got to tell you the story of Paris, the therapy poodle, who in Lewis is changing lives, one pet at a time. This is Paris, full name Grand Champion Dominion Fabulous. Weekly being a champion for people's hearts at the Lewis Senior Activity Center.
I'm grieving a loved one that has recently passed away, and this is the best medicine, being around a dog.
Yeah, want to visit? Okay. Paris is a certified therapy dog. She and her mom Joan spend time here,
bringing a special calm and joy that only our four-legged friends can bring.
They both smile and they connect. They really do.
Joan and Paris also go to Delaware Hospice, where Paris brings peace.
Good girl. I remember a patient that we visited who was really at end of life, and he hadn't spoken to anybody or reacted to anybody, but they did know that he loved dogs. So they asked me if I would bring her to his room, and I did, and they just took his hand and put his hand on her, and he actually opened his eyes and smiled and said hi.
Whatever door Paris walks through, tail wagging and with those soulful puppy dog eyes, she uses her 4 paws to help people take a different type of pause.
She makes everybody just stop, take a breath, and kind of refocus on what's important, just being, I think she's really about taking care of yourself.
An indefinable but undeniable type of healing, exemplified only by man's best friend.
Paris, you are so sweet.
For Coastal Connections, I'm Madeline Overturf.
You are something else.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Baths by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Your smile is your first impression, so make it an unforgettable one. At Miles of Smiles Cosmetic of Salisbury, we specialize in creating beautiful smiles. Whether you're looking for a routine exam, cosmetic upgrade, or advanced dental care, we deliver the future of dentistry with a personal touch. We are transforming how oral care is delivered through advanced technology and personalized treatments. Call today and schedule your new smile consultation. Miles of Smiles Cosmetic of Salisbury. Beautiful smiles for a healthy lifestyle.
Hi, this is Jimmy Hoppa inviting you to join us as we take the cross to the country. Christian country and Southern gospel, all to celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Taking the cross to the country, Sunday mornings at 8 on Coast Country, sponsored by Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
We've got a gorgeous day in progress across Delmarva right now. Here's our HSB camera from Cambridge, 45 degrees, a little ripple on the water, probably still a little bit of ice out there, but we've been losing some of that ice because we got so mild yesterday. We were in the 50s to around 60 degrees. It's cooler today, a mix of sun and clouds, and highs only into the mid-40s as we go into the afternoon. Freshen up that resume. We've got the Delmarva Job Fair coming up on this Saturday, February 1st. Delaware Technical Community College is the place, and we're looking at chilly conditions, upper 30s around 10 o'clock, and then only slowly warming through the 40s to mid-40s and feeling much colder with a stiff north and northwest breeze. Today's storyline, it's chilly out there, it's dry, but then it gets rainy into Friday. In fact, a yellow alert for rain, possibly heavy at times, could see at least an inch and a half of rain as we go into that time period. But it's in the low 40s for the most of us right now, but 38 in Rehoboth, 39 Bethany Beach, 39 in Ocean City. We've got 42 in Delmarva, 41 in Georgetown right now, and a light northerly breeze. Those winds will be light and variable as we have high pressure overhead, so we're high and dry across Delmarva. And as I mentioned earlier, in the D.C. area, their weather is cooperating now for recovery efforts. However, the weather will go downhill tomorrow as rain will be building in, so it's high pressure for one more day, and then we're watching this system moving out of Texas into the lower Mississippi Valley. You can see the rain heavy at times here, and this low will be tracking to our west. We'll be on the east side, the warmer side of this system, so it'll be wet, kind of windy and rainy as we head into your Friday. Here's Futurecast at noon, 30s and low 40s, and then I think some of us farther inland in the mid 40s this afternoon, otherwise 30s. Then we're increasing the clouds as we go through this evening. Winds turn to the south, so upper 30s and lower 40s, I think, at the onset of this rain tomorrow morning. It's just liquid precipitation, and that rain will fill in through the morning hours, so plan accordingly for your morning commute. It will be a wet one, and some of that rain steady to maybe heavy at times throughout the day. Could see ponding on the roads for sure, and maybe flooding in poor drainage areas, and it gets mild. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s around Millsboro, Delmar, into Salisbury by 2:30. And then we're not done with the rain yet. There's another push of rain into the evening hours, and then it finally gets out of here later Friday evening as the winds will turn to the north and west, and then we'll get into colder air. As far as the rain goes, I'm thinking, well, close to an inch, maybe an inch and a half of some rain. Now, this model has come down a little bit with the rainfall totals, but a good inch and a half is possible, and it's going to get breezy too out of the south tonight. Winds at least 20 miles per hour, and then as we head into Friday afternoon, some of those winds gusting over 30 miles per hour, and Friday will be a wet and windy day for sure. 46 this afternoon, mostly sunny and chilly. 36 tonight with rain developing, and then 57 with rain likely on Friday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, cooling down Saturday, 46. Sunday is Groundhog Day, 48. We'll have to see what that little rascal says about how much winter or spring is that around the corner. It could be, because look at Monday, 61, and then it's back into the low 50s Tuesday and Wednesday. Congratulations to Jamie Skinner from Ocean Pines on their new umbrella, courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
All right, thank you, Bob. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, 6 o'clock, we have live men's college basketball when Salisbury hosts UC Santa Cruz, and then tune in to the final score at 10:30. Going over to the DSM Plus app, we have that Salisbury game, and then here are your exclusives. 5:30, Bayside Conference, boys basketball, Potomac visits Y-High. Also in the Bayside, Cambridge, South Dorchester, and Queen Anne's. 6:30, we got Henlopen Conference boys basketball. Cape is home with Laurel. Coming up, Project Progress. We got the plans for a new government facility in Dewey Beach and how the town plans to pay for it. Coast TV News Midday returns in a moment.
Transform your backyard into an outdoor oasis at Woodland Sheds in Bishopville, Maryland. Explore 11 acres with over 100 Amish buildings and 7,000 pieces of Amish poly furniture. Walk through our Amish-built sheds, kennels, coops, garages, and even pool houses. Enjoy free shed delivery and rent-to-own sheds with no credit check. We also have portable storage units. Visit us at Woodland Sheds, Route 113, Bishopville.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Camp Rehoboth Chorus celebrates their 15th season, performing on Broadway on Valentine's Day weekend. Featuring the best of Broadway show tunes and musicals, this concert features hits from Mamma Mia, Hair, Jersey Boys, and Hello Dolly. Performances are February 14th and 15th at 7 p.m. and Sunday matinee on February 16th at 3 p.m. at Epworth United Methodist Church in Rehoboth Beach. Tickets are $30 and $15 for students. Available at camprehoboth.org. Sponsored by CoastTV.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
Now, we believe, moments away from joining NBC News for a special report and update on the mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. We're expected to hit that in a moment from now. We're going to continue on with Coast TV News Midday until NBC is ready to take that report. And as we move on, construction bids are in for the new Dewey Beach Town Hall, EMS, and police station. The current town hall is in Dewey Beach, has been there 27 years. Officials say it's outdated, and that's why upgrades are on the way. The new building will be 3 stories. There's going to be 3 different departments on each floor, talking about Dewey's police force, Sussex County EMS, and town meetings. Okay, as we go from this story, let's come back here. We are, again, about to join NBC News for a special report.